Okay, let's dive right into this. We often think of being a people pleaser as just being nice, right? Maybe a little too agreeable. But what if it's something much deeper and way more costly to who we really are?
So we're going to look at this through a Jungian lens and ask a really tough question. What are the hidden trade-offs we're making for social acceptance? And is that price actually worth paying?
And this powerful idea is really our starting point. We're going to reframe this whole thing, not as some simple personality quirk, but as a deep psychological pattern, where slowly but surely we give ourselves away.
So where does this instinct to please everyone even come from? Well, the first thing you've got to know is that it has absolutely nothing to do with a lack of intelligence or strength. It's a learned behavior.
Think of it like a survival strategy we often pick up when we're kids. We get conditioned. We're taught that our real thoughts, our feelings, our needs are somehow less important than getting other people's approval. We learn that it's just safer to be silent than to be authentic.
To really get to the heart of this, we need to bring in a key concept from the psychologist Carl Jung. It's called the shadow, and it's totally fundamental to understanding what's going on inside a people pleaser.
Just imagine the shadow is like a psychological container, right? It's the place where we shove down all the parts of ourselves we think we need to hide to fit in. Our anger, maybe our ambition, even our craziest ideas. Anything that might rock the boat gets packed away in there.
So, we all have a public persona, that kind of polished, acceptable mask we show everyone. But for a people pleaser, the shadow just gets bigger and bigger as more of their true self gets denied to keep that mask perfectly in place.
And here's the thing. Constantly pushing things into the shadow isn't a one-and-done deal. It actually creates this vicious cycle, a feedback loop that's basically fueled by a deep-seated fear of being rejected. Let's walk through this loop. It all kicks off with the fear of being judged. That fear makes you silence what you really think or feel. And then you get the acceptance you are craving, but it's conditional, right? It's not for the real you. And here's the trap. That reinforces the belief that your true self isn't good enough, which just makes the fear even stronger next time around. So the cost here isn't just a moment of feeling awkward. The long-term price you pay is your connection to who you actually are. And over time, that becomes a really profound and painful loss of self.
So how in the world do you break free from this? Well, the path to healing isn't about trying to change other people. It starts by turning your attention inward and changing the relationship you have with yourself.
And that leads us right into the path forward, what we're calling reclaiming your wholeness. This is where we get into the practical methods for actually dismantling that cycle of fear.
Now, wholeness isn't about being perfect. Nope, it's about being complete. It's the courageous process of looking into your shadow, that container of hidden parts, and learning to accept and integrate all of it.
So here's a kind of roadmap. First, you just have to acknowledge what you've hidden, all that anger, those desires, the needs you've pushed down. A journal can be an amazing tool for this. Then, you practice accepting these parts, without judging yourself. Maybe try just saying, it's okay that I feel this way. Integration is about seeing these things not as flaws, but as valid parts of you. And all of that work is what allows you to finally express your authentic self more freely and with more confidence.
And this all leads to a huge shift in perspective. You see, genuine connection with other people doesn't come from abandoning yourself. It starts with a genuine connection to all parts of yourself, and that includes the shadow.
So we're going to leave you with one final, powerful question to really think on. What hidden part of your authentic self, what truth you've silenced just to be light, is ready to finally see the light?